Please, someone get on it. Corner, corner, corner. But Gabriel Magalhaes, we don't fucking deserve it, but we've won it anyway. Oh my days, come on. The footballing gods, we don't deserve it.
When was the last time we saw Uncle Views that happy? Yeah? You see that negative and toxic goon, how happy he was that we won the football match yesterday. When have we ever seen him that happy? But listen, we're going to get into it, people. Get your coffee, relax for a minute, listen to the music, rock on, come in. BBK Sports. Yes, people, nice and decent people. Welcome back to BBK Sports. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. Match week 6 is all but complete. I think West Ham and Everton got to play tonight, for you lovely people in the UK. And it's a case of so much to unpack over the weekend. Like, you really have to take your time, sit down, and try to process some of the things and some of the buffoonery that you see take place inside the fan base, outside the fan base. And now, I kind of understand, those fans who actually hang out with more rivals than they do their own fan base. I kind of understand, because then you kind of get a truer picture, an honest answer from them. Because inside the Arsenal fan base, there are two echo chambers. There are two massive echo chambers. There are people who they call the base gooners, right? The U's, the me's, the views, the waffle dons, those guys, right? The Shanes, the Aarons, the DJBs, the League Gunners, the north sides of the world. Not that I'm in the category with them, man, but the idea, right? And then you got the rest. You got some men who claim they sit on the fence. They claim, oh, I'm not Arteta in, I'm not Arteta out. That's what they say. That's what they say with their mouth. They open their mouth and they say all these things. But then you watch how they act, right? You watch their actions instead of listening to their words, and their true intentions will come light. You just have to let them talk. Look how they react to wins. Look how they react to signings. Look how they react to how some of the players get treated. Look how they react to somehow when the manager is ruthless against this player, that player. Their agendas come to light. They can't hide it, because your actions will always supersede what you say, innit? Like you've heard Maya Angelou say that when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Not what they tell you, but when they show you who they are, believe them. Okay, that's who they really are, innit? In the sports world. But there's more to unpack. Yeah. Big up to Alvin, Bluebird in the building. Big up to AJ, my mod. Hey, AJ, send me a message on Instagram. I have something I have to ask you, my friend. I have something that I have to run by you, but it's not to be discussed here in the chat or on the platform. But yeah, just shoot me a note on Instagram, and we'll chat. Yeah. But big up to AJ. AJ said, "Hey, doesn't matter. 1-0 West Ham coming." That's the previous result. Yeah. Now, I went on record and said we must. The next 5 games, I'm expecting 5 wins. Yeah, it's rich. It's rich coming from a team that's not really put a string of games together this early on in the season since that first spell title charge. But those fixtures that I look at, We're absolute favorites on paper in all of them. And I expect that Arsenal Football Club to perform as such. Big up to Ramba Kanamba, said Jaja, who I overreact. Lots of us, man. Lots of us. There, I guess you can't call it overreact, but there are people who are doing too much, right? You would think that we won the league yesterday. I'm like, damn, Liverpool are still leading the league, you know. Like Liverpool are still ahead of us. We still have lots of work to do. Yes, AJ. It was 1.72K subs. Yeah, there, right? We're building it as we fly it, my bro. You know, just one sub at a time. So anyone in here who hasn't subbed already, just hit a sub on the channel. It's free. Helps the channel grow. Dana, what you saying to us? Dana Valeria, big up to you. Hope you are good. Man, like Nems. Nems is in the building. What you said, Nems? Hope you are good, yeah? Big up. I'm gonna be straight up. Fans getting giddy after a good victory. Yeah. A little too giddy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're still second, you know. We still haven't bridged the gap. We've dropped 5 points. You know who I put those 5 points down to. But that's a discussion for another day. Newcastle can fucking hold that. Thug J. And you know what I noticed, Dana? There's a lot of crying in the fan outside the fan base. But you know, like, men have to go get the receipts and search up the clips and show them the damn video footage, the actual evidence of Thug J and damn Bruno G running around punching up Jorginho for an entire segment of the football match, like 2 matches ago at St. James's Park. A big up to every single one. But people, you know, number 7th minute. Ross is really loving the 7th minute intro, you know. But listen, the boss Ross, the underground king, the boss of the chat, is here. So we acknowledge him on this Monday morning as we move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, just pause for a second, just a second, and relax while we acknowledge our boy Ross.
Maybach music.
Rosé born stunner. I can blow money. When I'm shopping, that ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous.
Maybach music.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's a fabulous Monday morning here on the Pacific Northwest. And, you know, when Eros enters the chat and I get to bump the music, it just makes it a little better. After a fantastic weekend of everybody except for City dropping points and the Arsenal pick up 3. I think that's what's really burning them, you know, because all their prayers went unanswered. Their prayers were 6 minutes from being unanswered because we scored what? We equalized in the what? 84th minute? So them men were 6 minutes away from having all the joy. The Chelsea fans, get off your knees. Grimsby fans, get off your knees. Liverpool fans. Now, the Liverpool fans can't give him chest yet because we're still below him in it. We're still below him on the table. Now, my brother Waffle Down just highlighted that fans are overreacting and getting giddy. And quite a few fans are overreacting to the Liverpool loss. And I think this is why. What happened to Liverpool on Saturday is pretty much what Liverpool's been doing to other fan bases for 6 weeks straight. For 6 weeks straight. In all comps. In all competition, because up until yes, well, shit, not even up until as of today, Liverpool still haven't had a convincing win, and that's not a dig at Liverpool. They haven't had a convincing win. Season opener, curtain raiser. They're at Anfield. They're up 2-0. Bournemouth equalized. Yeah, they won it 4-2 in the end, but it was a stoppage time game winner. The next fixture, I think, was I don't know who they had, but that game, the Atletico Madrid game, 3-2, late winner. Even Southampton, championship team, late winner. That got Ekitike sent off. Our game, late winner, brilliant free kick. Burnley, 90 plus whatever, penalty. So they haven't had a convincing win. We've had convincing wins, 3-0, 5-0. Even Tottenham have had convincing wins. Tottenham went to Manchester and put 2 comfortable goals past Man City. City didn't look like they were going to score until now. So I think the overreaction to the Liverpool loss was a culmination of an anticipation of a buildup of people wanting them to fail, and it finally happened. And it's even more fitting, and the poetic justice around it that caused it to happen in such a dramatic fashion. Last minute winner is their first loss the way they've been winning games. And Arsenal we always like to put our name in the hat because it was a former Arsenal player that handed them their first loss, that killed all the invincible talk. Of course, the fan base goes up, and the internet is the internet. The internet whenever one of the rivals lost, whenever the rivals lose, and an Arsenal player or ex-Arsenal player has something to do with it. Just like Danny Welbeck comes on in 67th minute, right? So plays 20 minutes and dunks on Chelsea. So Welbs, will, even though he's a former United player, he's still loved by Arsenal fans because it was the injuries that made Danny Welbeck not flourish, and he's 34 and still doing bits. Has more goals than Sesko. AFC always said Rice looks so much better when he went to that 6th role, and that's where he cooks. Destroyer, cleanup man. And there are many games where I want to see only one of them on the pitch, to be fair. And if one of them goes out and Odegaard comes in, and that frees up the midfield to attack more, then I'm calm. It's calm. Big up to my brother Waffle Down. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Waffle Down. Big up to Cooper. Big up to Cooper. So Can't Stay, just wanted to show my support and respect for you all. Have a blessed day. Cooper, you are an absolute legend, man. You are an absolute legend. Big up to you every single time. Man, like Gary G Money, what you saying? What you saying to us? All home and London derbies in the Prem. Yeah, we got West Ham, Fulham. And then it's Burnley away. Okay, I didn't even clock that. But we have to win those, my bro. We have to win those. Need 3 points. Remember, chat. Click like and subscribe to the channel. You know who this is, man. Like E-Ross. Big up to the BX Gunner. Big up, BX Gunner. Hope you're good. I sent you a request yesterday, BX Gunner. Hit you with a follow on IG. Big up to you. Man said, stole 3 points at Newcastle. I am getting giddy. But on the run of play, I think we deserve that win somewhat. Because in the first half, I think we were very wasteful. We were very wasteful in the first half. Trossard should have scored. Like I said yesterday, I think a substitute Trossard scores that. Whenever he starts, he just doesn't. He makes the wrong decisions. That far post, man. Far post. You force Pope to make a save. You don't try to beat. There's a reason why keepers get lambasted and benched and bollocked whenever they get beaten at their near post, because they're not supposed to. You go far post and you force him to dive and make a save. And I think we would have had a goal, but wasteful in the first half, and that's what happens, right? You watch football enough, you're wasteful. They get one chance, and then bang with the main back music, and they score, and we're down, and then we're scrambling. Then we are really scrambling to score. Currently at the Raft Museum. Big up, Hendo, man, in Collindale, Northwest London. Big up to you, man. Appreciate you checking in. Big up to G. Willis. I said if Arteta plays the double pivot with Eze in the 10. Hey. Now speaking of predictions, you know what? Let me remind you, because I'm not gloating or nothing, but this guy has yet to predict an Arsenal loss. When I was on with the Waffle Down on our warm-up, matter of fact, even on Shane Gooner's channel, the Bruce Banana, our Thursday get-together. But I'm going, there's no way they put 3 past us. They scored 3 goals all. I'm going, shit. Reserve the right to change this when the lineup come out. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal on the premise that Eze starts.
You always give yourself
the voice of reason. The voice of reason is okay.
2-1 Arsenal. That was the plan. That was the play. 2-1 Arsenal. There was no doubt in my mind that we would win this game. Well, there were doubts. There were doubts that we wouldn't lose it. Yeah, there were. I had. But one day score, I'm like, oh shit, there's no way these men are gonna let us back in. But we found a way. Big up to Godfrey. Love for the love, Godfrey. Hope you are good, bro. Eros said I predicted 1-0 Newcastle. Arsenal proved me wrong, man. You know, I've yet to predict the Arsenal loss. Now it doesn't mean that I won't, because at some point we'll go into a game and I won't feel like it. I just don't think we can win this one, yeah. But that was on Shane Goodness, and I didn't change my pick based on whose platform I was on, because before the game we was on Rashid's channel with the Jezza. I think most Premier League teams, you give most Premier League teams a healthy dose of 90 minutes of Eze in a creative space, you will create chances. And I do believe if we create enough chances for Gyökeres, he scores. So yeah, I think Arsenal edged this one 2-1. Just.
Hopefully. Laurie was saying, well, Joe.
2-1, just. Now that's the definition of just. The last minute header in the 80 plus 90 plus, just 2-1, just. Newcastle don't score goals, we don't concede goals. They had all the hallmarks of a 0-0 in it, but a must win when Liverpool drop points and the markers there. Like, yeah, there's a great opportunity here. There's only so many opportunities that you can miss. Yeah, there's only so many opportunities that you can actually miss in a game or throughout the course of a season. You must see some of them. You have to. Dana says we're allowed to get giddy after the football weekend. That's just happened, especially results wise. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna happen again for a while. Now it could. Like Chelsea could pull their head out their asses next week and get a draw against Liverpool, and I expect us to beat West Ham, and then we'll get giddy again. You know, big up to Nems. Or this is. I should take a picture of this, because this is probably the first, last, and the only compliment that I will ever get from Nems. Big up to D-Dub. So we dominated Burnley. It was a comfortable win against Arsenal, to be fair. Really? You did dominate Burnley, but it wasn't comfortable. You dominated Burnley, but it was a mistake from a player with his hand above his head. And I fully expected you to win the Burnley. You know, never relegated side. Man United put 3 past them. So you did dominate Burnley, but it wasn't a convincing win. I never doubted that it was a comfortable win, but it wasn't convincing, right? Convincing win, 5-0 at home versus Leeds, 5-0, 3-0 Forest, comfortable. Like when after the international break and United comes to Anfield, that will be a convincing win for you lot. But comfortable, I don't know if you were comfortable. Well, I guess you were comfortable, but it wasn't convincing. I use the word convincing for a reason, because if Liverpool were getting convincing wins, no one would be acting the way they're acting on this result. The fact that you lost the game the way you have been winning games is why people are the elation, because people have been saying you've been getting away with it. And yesterday you didn't, or Saturday you didn't. But, you know, I hear your point. Big up to D-Dubs. When will we see the real Saka back, if ever? Man looks broken. We'll probably see Saka back. It's going to take him a good 2 months to really get back to his burst, his control. But he's still doing the basics well. Like the things that Saka does well is that he shields the ball so well that you legit have to foul him to get it. And that's what Joe Linton kind of reminded him of as soon as the game started. Like immediately, you got the ball, we're going to clatter into you today. You are going to be in for a game. My opinion, never again trade Saka for Elise. Yeah, Bayern Munich will never let us get our hands on that boy. Okay, Arteta, you got closers. How about runners? Starters who run away with the game first half so the subs can maintain the lead. Yeah, so I want to play a clip, yeah? I want to play a clip for you guys real quick. And this is not another clip of me gloating about my prediction. This is another clip of just how I'm talking about the agendas must run, because we went on the catch-up for the domestics yesterday, yeah? Me and Views, Rashid was on there. And the show was an hour and a half. And this clip that I'm about to show you was about minute number 3. The show couldn't even go on before these men show what they're about.
Man, big up everyone. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I need to hear. Oh, bro, that's
No.
No slander today.
Did you hear that? I'm gonna play that one more time. I'm gonna rewind that. If there was an ad running or your volume wasn't up, just for a second, just listen carefully.
Man, big up everyone. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I need to hear. Oh, bro, that's
Wow.
too gay.
What we hearing here?
No.
Big up catch every single time. It's all love between me and that brother. Yeah, good brother. But this is what they do. Man will pretend like they are not Arteta in, but the show couldn't go on for 2 minutes before they come. Where's the Arteta apologies for what? Did we win the league yesterday? Did we win the league yesterday, people? Are we still second? Are we ahead of Liverpool?
Oh, man, big up everyone. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I need to hear. Oh, bro, that's too gay.
What we hearing here?
No.
That's how he entered the stream. That's how not. Hey, we were actually still discussing the lineup. We didn't even get to the to the match itself yet. But man wanted us to skip the lineup to skip the match and go straight to glazing. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, but don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Where's all this chat for Arteta now? We won a game that put us 2 points closer to Liverpool. We're still behind. We're still chasing. And we're meant to apologize. Or like, what are we doing? You see? So here's the stark difference that I've noticed. Whenever Arsenal win, whenever we win, even us, you see Uncle Views. You see the clip of Uncle Views that I played to begin the stream. Have we ever seen Uncle Views this happy?
Someone get on it. Corner. Gabriel Magalhaes, we don't fucking deserve it, but we've won it anyway. Oh my days, come on.
Have we ever seen him that happy in a long time? But he was that happy because we won the game, yeah? So this is the difference that I noticed between us and them. When we lose, we're the only ones that are upset. When we lose, we're upset. They make excuses. When we win, everybody's happy. When we win, we don't sit there and be like, fucking mad we won, because now this fraud is in the job longer. You see the separation. You see the double agendas exposed. It's in the thumbnail. We could not get to 5 minutes in the stream before man wanted to steer the narrative away from everything that happened in the game to Arteta. And we gave Arteta credit, but we just didn't get there yet. But they could not wait. You have to lead with the glaze and the praise. It's crazy to me. Well, it's not, but it is. Right? But we're here to call it out. We're going to keep all the receipts this season, people. We're going to keep all the receipts and hold these men to account because we know what it is. Big up to Man City fan. Big up to you, bro. Hope you are good. Great win. What was that? I predicted a comfortable for 2-0. You meant wipe the floor with Burnley. Where was I at? And how dare you do your job, Arteta? How dare you making 15.6 million make tactical adjustments to actually win us the game? Imagine that. Imagine being praised for doing your fucking job. Rice is the best 6 in the league at the moment. Hope Arteta never play him at the 8 again. I think Gravenberch is better. I still think Rodri is Rodri. But Rice is best in the 6. He is best right there. Big up to Ryan, resident Fulham fan. I'm sorry, my bro. I'm sorry you let Unai Emery do that to you. I thought Arsenal was going to draw. Was that after they scored or going into the game? Was that your pre-match prediction? Anfield, the Reds say LFC have Palace in the next round after Carabao Cup. Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah. Your bogey team, Anfield, the Red, and I hope they put you out. I hope they just blame you, man, and put you out and give us another easier fixture in the quarterfinals because I expect us to beat Brighton. Tough game, but I expect us to get past Brighton. Catch, really, he is still on 1 trophy from a possible 22. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, AJ. They will not stop. We won a game to put us 2 points closer to Liverpool. And man, them is like, where's all the Arteta chat now? Man, was the chest. Imagine, I thought we just got to a final or something. This idea that you can't improve because you won a game, or you can't be critical of a performance or anything relevant to a game just because you won it, is cult-like behavior. Liverpool was looking at Olise. Olise would be a prime replacement for Mo Salah, and it could happen because Salah is going to play this year and probably the next. That would have given Olise 3 good years at Bayern. He could be up for a new challenge by then. I'm telling you now, he will bend the League Cup against Brighton. I'm fully expecting us to beat Brighton. Probably, it's one of the Brighton, man. Brighton will want that cup in it because they know they're not. Well, I don't know what their FA Cup draw, will play out like, but they know they're not winning the league in it, so they need to win something. So they're gonna take that a hell of a lot more seriously than we do, which shouldn't be a thing, based on how deep our squad is. Big up to Rambo Kanamba again. Say catch Neve easy and leave this chat until May if he ever gets over. And that's what I'm saying. And this is a great point because this was gonna be my rebuttal to it. But obviously there was 9 men on the panel, Dio being one of them. Dio is like 3 people because he talks for 3 people. So if there's a 9-man panel and Dio is on the panel, it's a 12-man panel. But Dio don't let the conversation go down. No, he butts in at every chance. But that was going to be my pushback. Like, did we ask any of you men to apologize to us last May? Or did anyone enter a stream last May and say, where's the Arteta chat now? No, it was, man, couldn't find him for a stream. Or in April when we got dumped out the FA Cup to the shittest Man United side we've ever seen. Where's the Arteta talk now? No. Who binned us out the EFL Cup last year? Newcastle. Yeah, we got punched up home and away, 4-0. Did he enter any chat? Oh, never a foul. Put your judge more. None of that. Where's the Arteta chat now? But we win 1 game in September to get behind, 2 points behind. Emphasis on behind. We're still behind Liverpool. Where's the Arteta chat now? It's still there because we're still behind. It's still there because we dropped 3 points to Liverpool because of him. 100% down to him. But all of a sudden, we beat Newcastle away. Fantastic win. Gutty performance from the boys. Where's the Arteta? Come on, man. This is why we get laughed at. Winning by late goals isn't sustainable, though. See, monster. Uncomfortable conversations must be had. Because it's been rough. It's been, and I don't know if you agree when I said earlier, it's the elation around the Liverpool losses because you men haven't had a convincing win this season. Didn't say that you haven't been dominant in games, as D-Dubs pointed out, but based on the scoreline, I haven't seen convincing wins. Big up to 32 of you locked in. Love for the love, people. Make sure that you are hitting the like on the video. Yeah, but I just don't get the Arteta apologists. No, like you don't get an apology in September for beating Newcastle away. You're still behind. Even if this win had taken us 10 points clear, like what are we doing? Like Unapologetic Podcast said, bro, we'll talk in May. Big up to LFC Monster though. Of course it isn't. Oh, okay, he's talking now. We're all looking at Olise. Got him lined up at salary. Oh, see, there you go. I think he will be sold next time. Yeah, I think he'll have a productive. He's not going to stay at Bayern Munich for his entire career now, is he? I could see him going to PSG. He's a French international in that. Yeah, I can see it. Arteta deserves praise for this game. He deserves criticism beyond Pool and City, simple as. And here's the thing, right? Great point, G. Wills. And we cannot have a world, right? We cannot have a world where when we lose, for example, last year when we lost against West Ham 1-0 at the Emirates, he gets none of the blame, none of it. Because I promise you that Cash didn't enter that stream saying, where's all the Arteta chat now? We can't live in a world where that happens, where he gets none of the blame when we lose, but wants all the praise when we win. But not yesterday, he made tactical adjustments that saw us ascend in the game. There was a point when the 8-minute clock went up. He told the guys, he did the 8 minutes thing, yeah, and then he said everybody forward. I'm like, okay, everybody forward. They went forward, and we scored. Brilliant goal for Marino, by the way. Brilliant goal to steer that ball with enough power with his head. There are footballers who can't steer footballs with their feet that accurately. To the point where Pope was having a blinder. He was having a fantastic game, and he was planted. He couldn't even dive at it. The ball was so well placed, and that's from a header. Not a powerful header, but just enough to steer it away from him in the corner. Brilliant. And Gabriel can't miss from there. And Gabriel was there with Dan Burn damn near bear hugging him. Redemption performance from him. What a wonderful performance. But my goodness, let me play it one more time for the people who weren't even here. Just so they can
Man, big up everyone. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I need to hear. Oh, bro, that's
Wow.
two
Well,
games.
we need to hear
No.
Wow.
I don't want to hear no slander.
Who win the league
I don't
today?
want to hear no slander today.
Listen, we just got one of the biggest wins of the season.
Bow.
Man, people.
Did we win the league today? I was trying to speak in the background, but the chat was the panel was going crazy. Because man, he is the host of the channel, and it's his channel. So when he enters the stream, mankind acknowledges him. It's just some YouTube etiquette. And like I said, Catch is a good brother. He's a good dude, but he is trying to pretend like he's this on-defense gooner. Nah, bro, you are fully top goonered up. That is top gooner behavior. You know, like, oh, he's Arteta's lawyer. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I don't know. That just irked the shit out of me, man. Irked the shit out of me. Our title chart is back up and running. So City, yeah, I mean, City 10 points, 6 games. You know, City are thereabouts. There is no doubt that man can put 6-7 wins together, 10. You know, I don't know, maybe not 10 because the City defense can be got at, but right now. You're behind Sunderland and Bournemouth in that. So, but yeah, I hear it. There's never a world that I'm going to live in where I write off Man City as long as Pep's there and as long as they have Rodri. Big up to James Bond. Big up my general. Manners and respect every single time, my brother. What good in Gideon? Yeah? Yes, sir. He managed to win and draw in the 3 games we are supposed to win and be taken seriously. So out of possible 9 points, we have 4. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. LFC Monster, that is a banger of a comment, man. Ooh, that is sweet baby Jesus. Ooh. Yep, there was no chat after the Liverpool game and the points dropped at Man City. So out of Liverpool and City, last year out of those fixtures, we got what? 4 points? This year we got 1. Well, we got 5 last year. We drew, 4 points. This year we got 1. 1 draw. So, my goodness. The overreaction, getting giddy, just like my bro Rafael says, just like E-Ross says. Big up to the Man City fan, bigging up the BBK sports community. And this is what happened, people, when we hit the likes. The content goes out to, our resident Man City fans. We don't get too many Man City fans around these parts, but we appreciate the ones that we do get. So big up to you. Who rated? Who rated so I can give thanks? I don't know who rated the channel, but whoever rated, big up. Was it Uncle Views that rated us? Or was it the Waffle Don? Help me out, chat. Don't know. I like to pay my manners in it. But there are so many people who are live right now. I'm not even sure who did, but I'm grateful. AJ, you Arsenal fans here in BBK community are all sensible. It's aimed at those top gooners who threw that at us. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in all the spaces. And this is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's just best to be around the rivals, because at least the rivals will tell you to your face that you're fucked up. Not man, then we'll try to gas up every single move that we do, every single sub, everything. Like, who knew that Trossard would have started yesterday? Most people said no, Trossard is a super sub. And like, I'm gonna double down on the point that I think when he comes on, he is better than when he starts. I think when he comes on, that chance that he hit the post, he scores that because he's going far post. He's much more composed when he is. Nems, don't even come with this fuckery, yeah? Don't even do this. I know we love our fellow Liverpool friends that come through and show love, but we're not doing this. Not here. You man don't spend like that. It's once in a blue moon. Yeah, so the win the league, the transfer window, Liverpool had all the right to get giddy. How can you compare? Yeah, I'm not. Man City fan is spot on. I'm not doing that. We don't need to spend 400 mil every season. So a center back and Warren Elise won't come to that amount. But we don't know if we're gonna spend huge or not. Our owners have changed, so you never know. I mean, I think you spent big this window to prevent having to spend big in the future windows. So Frimpong is young. Verts, Kirkes, these are young players. That your next big move is to replace Mo Salah. And I don't know how much Olise has been priced for now, but it's gonna cost a bunch because he is a baller, man. That guy is, you got Lamine Yamal, Olise. You're talking about the top right wingers in the world, isn't it? So, you're gonna have to play top right winger prices to pry him away from Bayern. Salah has done playing in the Prem that Henry ain't done, so Salah can be easily in the conversation, but it's all subjective. Yeah, it's all subjective unless it's the Arsenal platform. Now, at the end of their careers, who's more accomplished in the Prem? That's a different conversation. The conversation is too convoluted for me. Is it who's the best player, or who's the better player, or who's going to be more decorated and have the most productive career? Those are two different conversations for me, right? So if it's who's the better player, which is the subjective one, it's not even close for me. But who's more accomplished, that's not a subjective argument. You can just put the trophies on the table. So that's why I don't really fancy that conversation. Right? One's the wide forward and one was just an all-and-out baller. Big up to Storm, Baylage, and Views Raid. So that's who. Okay, I big up Uncle Views every single time. Make sure that next time you see Uncle Views, you tell him that I started this stream with a clip of him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna clip it up and send it to him. The Assembler said, "Do you think yesterday's performance was good enough to be City or Liverpool, or they just raised their levels?" Wow, that's a good question. LFC Monster was good enough. Yesterday's performance, no. To beat City, probably. Liverpool, we would have to be more clinical. Yeah, we would have to be more clinical with those chances that as they got. You have to put one of those in the corner. He had 2 clear shots at the goal. With those chances that Trossard have to score those against Liverpool, because I don't think against Liverpool we will have 65% possession of the ball. I can't say that against City because we did, but that was at home. So I think we might get away with that performance versus a Man City, but against Liverpool, no, they have too much going forward. Not uncomfortable for me though. I'm still chilled. I've been watching football too long to be reactive to modern fans. Yeah, facts, man. Yeah, that's a very mature comment from a mature Liverpool fan. So yeah, big up to LFC Monster every single time. Big up Darren Martin in the building. Man City fans said, "Olise ain't going to Liverpool. Bayern are just as big. Why would he leave?" A different challenge. Just a different challenge. The same way he would leave there and go to City. Maybe he wants to win all the European leagues. He might go to PSG. He's French, isn't it? But he might look at Liverpool and be like, "That's the next challenge." Bayern wanted Verts. He chose Liverpool. So and he is when I lived in Germany, I'll tell you, every German kid, especially in Bavaria, wants to play for Bayern. So yeah, I could see him going to Liverpool, not because the size of the club or it may just fit. It just may. Like Zimmermandy chose Arsenal, and we're nowhere near Liverpool's level. So, like it's all forgotten. Now we need to keep receipts for the Gooners and Arteta. Views Raid, my brother. My God, I am so far behind on the comments. I am so sorry, people, but I just have to show those clips. So I don't like to quote. I like to show. Right? Anyone in the chat who's from Missouri in the United States, they call it the Show Me State. Brad Waffle Down said, "Football has changed in this generation. We have fans talking about title challenges already, not even 10 games played." I think you can talk about title challenges without. There's not a number of games that you can put for certain teams. Like everyone know going into the season that Liverpool would be title challengers, if not favorites. The City pool, going into the season based on the quality of the squad, football knowledge, and all that. You know what it is. Now, after 10 games played, Sunderland and Bournemouth are going to be towards the top of the table, but we know they're not really title challengers, isn't it? So it's not the number of games for me. It's the quality of the squad, who's managing, the experience of the players. Said, "Nah, I run that again, View." Yeah, I think I ran it twice. I think I ran it. But big up to Views, man. Big up to Uncle Views. Every time. I don't know why I keep calling him Uncle Views like I'm much, much older than bruv. I got I got accosted by 3 Arteta retards yesterday in another live chat. They always get over emotional and start lashing out. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? That they would get emotional over a paid employee of the football club. Like the second highest paid manager in the league, the second longest tenured manager in the league. Are we asking to go to Newcastle and win the game a tall order based on how he's paid? You know, like we're not asking you to win the league in September. We're asking you to go to St. James's Park with a better squad than Newcastle. We're better than Newcastle. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Jordy Dredd, big up to you every time. Big up to D-Man. But we're better than Newcastle. That's why I predicted a win. How can I predict us to go to Anfield and win 1-0, which I really believe we could have done, and then be scared to go to St. James's Park? Tough grind, I hear it. But on Friday's prediction show, everyone was telling me, Newcastle, they're going to be up for it. They're going to be up for it. I'm sure they're going to be up for it. But they were up for the Liverpool game. They lost that. They were up for the Barcelona game. They lost that. They were up for this one. They lost that. So being up for the game, it's two sides, isn't it? There's not 11 men on the pitch. It's 22. They're up for it. We're up for it. We could have folded, especially after that pen went against us. We could have did the whole, the ref's against us. He's an admitted Liverpool fan. Let's just roll over and just get out of here. No, but they fought till the end and we won the game. So credit to the players. Credit to Arteta. But we're still 2 points behind the league leaders, the reigning Premier League champs. We don't need to stop and get on the Glazed Express. We don't need to do that. Damn, we even got Sweet Baby Jesus on the soundboard for GTA 6. Yeah, you got all kind of things on the soundboard, man, because everyone thought we were going to go to Newcastle scared, but I wasn't scared. Bone Crushers. Yep, that Bone Crushers midfield. I was not scared, but that midfield was rough, man. Them boys were bouncing the shit out of Zubamendi and Gyökeres. Like Zubamendi and Gyökeres had a welcome to the Premier League and welcome back to the Premier League moment. When fans do what Cash did there, normally means they're more interested in point scoring than being able to say, I told you so. This comment right here, man. This comment right here from LFC Monster, my brother. Yeah, it's point scoring. It's tit for tat within the fan base. Like, I can understand doing this with rivals. Is yours gold? You got 100 points. You did the treble. We didn't. No champs. No European heritage. That. But within the fan base, we won a game at Newcastle. Praise them. Glaze them. No. God forbid we put 6 past West Ham on Saturday. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. You deserve to beat Newcastle. You had chances before they scored and you scored. And that's what I'm saying, Chris Welch. We were wasteful in the first half to my annoyance. Because how many times? You cannot count how many times you've watched football or even played. When you are the better team, you're all over, man. Pause. You're all over them. You hit the post, you put it wide, you slip, you do everything but score. They get one chance, bang, in the net. Views raid. Love for the love, Bruce. My brother. Salute to the chat. The race is not for the swift. I couldn't write us off the league, but we do make things hard for ourselves. We do, though. I think we do this more than any other club. Make it hard for us. Like, go there, score your goals. You know, be composed, Trossard. Put that far post. Because we go up first, they're dead. I do believe we go up first. The man had 3 goals scored. They played 5 games, scored 3 goals. They only beat Wolves 1-0. The only other 2 goals they scored in the Premier League was off 2 set pieces versus Liverpool. Every other games they drew blank. And we're supposed to turn up there with the best defense and expect these men to put 2 or 3 goals past us. Nah, brother. I'm not having that. I'm not having that one bit. Big up to John. John says, we are winning this league. Newcastle curse no more. We won there in 22-23. Convincingly. 2-0. Odegaard. That's what Odegaard actually used to shoot. You know? And to be fair, we should have won that league. Beat him. Martinelli had like a deflected ball that went into the goal. We beat him 2-0 comfortably that year. So, I don't know if there was a curse. I just think in the cups, you know, the past Premier League fixtures, they come to the Emirates, they lose 1-0. We went to St. James's Park and lost 1-0. But last year, February 2024, they came to the Emirates. They were down 4-0. It's not like they are a bogey team for us. It's just that the past couple of times we went to Newcastle, we failed to turn up going forward. A lot of teams want Wharton. If Elise is available, believe teams are going to go for him. Yeah, I think teams are going to ask the questions. Like, whenever his contract is like 2 years, I fully believe teams, especially Liverpool, will ask questions, because there are not too many players out there that's going to replace Mo Salah's output. But if you have a front line of Ekitike, Isak, and Olise, then by committee you will definitely replace those Salah goals. So I'm hearing it. AJ, trust me, tide is turning. This is our year. Hey, John, I hope I'm reading this comment a couple months from now, and it's like we're 7 points clear with 3 games to go, and as long as we don't lose, league is ours. Yeah. The friendship we had with Palace is now over. Did Gay tell Van Dijk after the game that he's coming to Liverpool in Jan? Because I'm hearing Chelsea's asking questions now. Because now even the Chelsea fans are acknowledging that their defense is shite. Even they're doing it. Even them men are coming around to be like, yeah. Because remember, Chelsea defense was shit last year. They had to recall Chalobah from loan. Remember that. Chalobah was the Crystal Palace player last year. And halfway through the season, they had to recall him because the other ones. And this year, they still haven't addressed their defense. And that's why, man, like Danny Welbeck at 34 can come on at Stamford Bridge and put 2 past them in 20 minutes. Who supports? He's been hardworking. He's been hoodwinking us. Nems, fix up. Fix up, Nems. The edge Arsenal have with these Elise transfer is Eze. Okay. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for the Eze and Elise link up. And while we're doing that, the assemble, just bring on Glasner. He's coached both of them. Glasner will be available at the end of the season, and he will have the pick of Chelsea or Man United. I'm hopeful Arsenal, unless we're doing this, we can be like, and even if we did lift a trophy, maybe if Oliver Glasner becomes available at the end of the season, we ask the question, hey, man, you want to go United, you want to go to Chelsea, or you want to come to Arsenal and coach Elise and Eze? Ask the questions, innit? AJ says, John, with all due respect, he shouldn't have gotten this season. The moment he bends the League Cup to Brighton, sack him. Yeah, the Brighton game was that October, about a month from now, we will know where we're at. Because I expect us to win that, AJ. I'm expecting a full domestic cup cleanup this year. 5 years, no FA Cup. No, that's our cup. It needs to be at the Emirates. Matter of fact, it's the last actual trophy that I touched. The last time I did the Emirates tour, I said, don't touch this. Oh, you mean don't touch this? And just grabbed it. Last time I got my hands on some silverware. That was the 2017 FA Cup still, not the one we won in 2020. AJ, you've been saying we'd lose to Port Vale and Newcastle, and we came up on top, and we are beating Brighton there. Now, John, I hope you do know that AJ hopes that he is wrong whenever he says that we're losing to this and that. If I'm speaking out of term, AJ, let me know. But every time I predict a not so favorable result, even the draw, I hope I'm always wrong. Imagine the 1984 world run by Arteta sexuals and the thought police accosted men like BX Gunner in a dark alley in New Rochelle. Brother, I've never seen a bunch of people attack another bunch of people over another person outside of politics. Did we not also lose to Newcastle in other seasons? So I'm not buying into that new season results. I have history that won't repeat itself against Brighton, Chelsea, AJ. We're winning the EFL Cup. Yeah, I expect us to win that. But also, if you go back to last season or the season before that and the season before that, we didn't lose at Anfield. We lost there this year. So we've gotten a point at Anfield the past 3 seasons. So we dropped points there. So we have to make up those points somewhere else. Now, big up to the team. We made up those points against that we lost at Newcastle last year. But, you know, we also got 3 points at home against Man City. We dropped 2 points in that game. You know, so we have to make those points up somewhere else. Yeah, the Glazed Express, Eros, is just, you have to, you cannot go in a conversation talking about Arsenal after a win. You have to start with Lord Mikel. You have a lot of top gooners who want to be the driver of the Glazed Express. I'm just trying to think which one would be the main driver. Yeah, it'd be like, you know, those trains where there's a engineer. It's because it goes both directions. So on that end of the train, it'll probably be Igal and Christian, and then on the other end, it'll probably be D and who is another top? Probably Babs or Harry Simel, one of them ones. And then there are the engineers, the conductors. You know, they're all of it. They are all. Big up to Mark. So did you find Saka a bit selfish? He was holding the ball a lot long. It feels like he wanted to let us know that he is the main guy. It's that one that he dribbled past Burn and had a shot. I don't know, because we've seen Saka score those. We've seen him roof it with his right foot quite a few times, and I think I don't know. I think that's a bit harsh. You know, I think Saka wasn't up to his full fitness. Do you think Gyökeres needs to get up to speed with the Prem? Here's my thoughts on Gyökeres. I'm not worried about Gyökeres yet, and here's why. If Gyökeres was getting chances and was missing them, then I'd be concerned. If he was getting clear-cut chances like Havertz and Jesus and kicking the ball off of throws and shit, then I'd be worried. But he has not had a game where we have generated clear-cut chances for him and he has missed them, right? So Gyökeres has never pretended to be something that he was not. We know his profile. We know what he's good at. So the onus is on Arsenal Football Club to create a system to generate chances for their striker to score. Now, I do believe when the squad is fully fit, right? When Madueke is back, when Saka is fit, when Eze is firing, because Eze is Eze. That boy was so tidy yesterday. No one can tell me anything about Eze. That was my whole premise of picking us to win this game. You put him on the pitch for 90 minutes, he will create chances, create a chance for himself. That ball came out of nowhere. I don't know where that cross came from. Man took the ball out of the air with his weaker foot, with his strong foot, the side of his strong foot, and had a shot with his weaker foot. That touch, brilliant. So Eze is firing. Odegaard comes in and doesn't have to be Batman, right? Because this is what I said when I did get a chance to speak on the damn show yesterday, that if Odegaard is on the field and he is not tasked with the creative burden, he is not a Batman in the creative space. But if he is Robin, he will actually cook. So Declan Rice sitting in the 6, or Eze in the 10, and Odegaard playing the 8, the damn number that's on his back. That's when he is brilliant. He can do this guy's reverse back pass that one to Skelly. That's what he's good at. Teams can't cue in on him like that because now you leave Eze open for space. So that's what it is. He's good in that capacity. And Declan Rice yesterday, they had a breakaway. I think it was Jacob Murphy. Declan Rice, our DM, our midfielder, is chasing down the winger ahead of Saliba, our center back. Well, that's meant to be the last line of defense. And Declan Rice is the one that's full sprint. And Saliba came home with fresh legs at 45 minutes. Declan played a full 90 and had enough lungs to chase down Murphy. That's where Declan cooks. How many of you all have said it earlier in the chat? Declan in the 6 that's what he's cooks there. Cooks. But yeah, if Gyökeres was getting chances and was missing them, I'd be terrified. But I think he's gonna bang. I think he's gonna be just fine. Darren says reality is Arteta is manager, and that its failure is, and that is the failure point. Gotcha. Yeah, it's until he wins something, these points are valid. Waffle Don, if Bertha says we need an up and coming striker, then yes, in Bertha we trust. Yeah, John, I backed the team when I gave it the other day. I am raising the standards of my club. I hear it. If Byron Spaces accounts put out the info, Olise, they had solid. Liverpool is Olise's preference. He is spot on with Verts, but who knows with Olise? And then again, Byron can be like, okay, I know you might want to go to Liverpool, but you stay here, you're gonna be guaranteed to play in the French team. You're gonna they pay handsome wages, they'll pay you well, and you have a good shot for the champs every year, and you're probably gonna win the damn Bundesliga every damn year. Big up SB. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate that. That's love. Thank you for having me on the platform yesterday. Big you up. I can respect your perspective, says John. I ain't fighting anyone, but until the end of the season, I ain't changing my stance. I mean, unfortunately, John, in the Premier League capacity, you may not have to wait until the end of the season. Because if we're out of the title race come December, then that decision will be made for you. And that's what another point that I made on the catch up yesterday when I was allowed to talk. Like, big up to Godfrey. Godfrey had to send in the super chat, say free BBK because BBK couldn't speak. Mandem is not used to me sitting so silently, yeah. but one of the points that I was making was, yeah, we've had a good September, but what if we have a rough November and then we find ourselves right back 8 points out? So then man can't come in the stream talking about where's the Arteta chat now in September. It was a premature ejaculation, bro. You shot your load too early, way too early. Where we at? I understand we all want what's best for AFC. Yeah, that's what it's brother. It's AFC and the A is Arsenal, not Arteta. Where we at? The question to ask is, will Saka ever get back to full fitness? That's a fair question. That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout. He does not look like himself. He looks a day late and $1 short, but I think Saka will be fine. I think if Madueke was fit right now, Saka wouldn't be playing. Or he wouldn't be playing as much. He'll probably come in and see our games, but he wouldn't be starting away at Newcastle. I actually think Nani would have started. And I actually think Nani would have got a lot of change out of Dan Bird. Because Nani's pace is still there. He just look a little slow when he's releasing the clip. Yeah, he's good. That he can fix, isn't it? Because that's anticipation. Big up to Madman. Said, big up everyone was hiding. I can't anymore with this clip. So what do you do, Madman? What do you do? Like, what's the recourse here? Because at this point, you can't even be mad at Amarim. He has shown who he is. He has shown. Man says, I will not change. Now, I can understand Slot saying, I will not change. Yeah, I can understand Pep saying, hey, I'm Pep. I won't change. But I've seen them men change. I've seen them men adapt. But man has 9 Premier League wins in 11 months saying he will not change. Are you mad? You're like, brother. And it's not the system, it's him. It's him. Because the 3 at the back system can work in the Premier League. Ask Antonio Conte. He won the league with it. Ask Oliver Glasner. He plays 3 at the back with less players or lesser players. And if we were to do a combined 11 with Man United and Crystal Palace with a United fan will probably get more United players in there than Palace fans. Than Palace players. So the 3 at the back system can work with a good coach. So it's him. Man, he's not going to walk away, is it? So at this point, I'm thinking, man, is begging for the sack. SB, we hope you're good. Hope you're good, guy. Who in the attack is a massive miss if they got injured long term? Eze. Yep, see there. I didn't even look. So Eze. I think if Eze pulls up with an injury, heart going in my mouth, bro. Like, hey, pack it up. Pack it up for the Prem. Just focus on the Cups. Because over a 38 game season, I'm so excited to see that boy cook. Darren say one would have to be a madman to be a Oh my, but that's the thing though. I don't even banter Man United fans now. I can't because none of their Premier League games mean anything. Their next meaningful their next meaningful football matches in the FA Cup. So that's January. So October, November, December, none of those fixtures, those 12 to 15 games that Man United will play means nothing. None of them mean anything. United are just going to be, and I have to completely throw my damn top 6 predictions out the way because I thought the top 6 would reset this season. I actually thought the traditional 6 in whatever order would have reset, but match week 4 and that shit went out the window. How? How is this possible? Have we ever seen this in the history of the Premier League where a smaller club like Brentford sells their best player to a bigger club like Man United and then make light work of them? Light work. They should have been 4-0 up. We talk about Palace should have been 4-5-0 up at halftime. Brentford should have been 4-0 up. No cap. The way Brentford was moving to these men. It's mad. And that's just the Mbuemo. It's more layered than that. Because not only have Brentford lost their best player in Mbuemo to Man United, they lost their other 20-goal-a-season striker to Newcastle. They lost their captain to Arsenal, and they lost their coach to Tottenham. So what other team in the history of the world you have seen lose their 2 20-goal-a-season strikers, their coach and their captain, and then make light work of a big team like Man United? What do you make of that? I don't know what logical conclusion to draw from that other than we can say Man United is shit, but it's Amorim. It's him. My goodness. What a lunatic. Arsenal could be top this time next week. If that happens, expect even bigger statements made by top gooners. Oh, the chest. LFC Monster, you probably actually want this. You probably actually want this, right? You draw 2-2. Arsenal beat West Ham. Go above you for a day, for a week. You know, going into the international break, you had to deal with that. And then a couple months go by, and then because that's how, you know, it ebbs and it flows. But I don't know. It's actually likely to happen. Because Chelsea, they got Benfica in the Champions League this week, yeah? Chelsea have Benfica. And then they got Liverpool. But Chelsea are coming off 2-game loss, 2 L's. So do we see a world where Chelsea will lose 4 games in a row? There'll be pressure on Maresca there. But I think if they lose to Benfica, look out Liverpool, because then then all of a sudden that becomes a must win. But they win against Benfica, which is going to be difficult to do because Jose Mourinho going to Chelsea against his former team. Mourinho might just pull one out the bag. You know, that's what he does. Big up to Jam Boy. Big up to Static. Make sure we are following Static on Instagram, people. He does do match reviews. Our brother. I can't even quote names anymore. Names be on some trolling, you know. Let Top Gunners pop their loads early. There ain't no quarter-mile race. Yeah, brother. We got 32 more matches to go. But mad, it's a mad one. Yeah, don't know what to make of Man United. Chelsea. A lot of Chelsea fans expected Chelsea to actually compete for the league title this year, winning the Club World Cup and that. Now they're having a hard time pushing back on the Cole Palmer FC narrative, but it's shit. It's something there, you know. It's something there. That's one of the talking points is Cole Palmer FC. Top Gooners getting out of control. Liverpool getting a dose of their own medicine. Some Liverpool fans are actually calling for Chiesa to start. I don't know how the Liverpool fans feel about that. But I hope they don't fall into the thing where we do the same thing that we do with Trossard and Martinelli, where they come on as super subs and then you call for them to start. Because Chiesa, the reasons why he was sold for so cheap is because his body was breaking down in the Italian league. So you come to the Premier League, it's faster, more physical. Can he hold up starting match week in, week out in the Premier League? And I kind of knew that Cody Gakpo was going to be the sacrificial lamb to accommodate for Wirtz. You know, uncomfortable conversation. Everyone talking about Wirtz. But, you know, I think he will eventually turn. But while he is shit, let the fans know, the rivals know that he will probably get good. So while Liverpool are down for this little bit, everyone will laugh at him. And if they lose next week against Chelsea, oh my days. Mad one. Where we at? Never said he's not trolling. Debs is always trolling. Nem takes his troll from the chat to that one. But it's cool, bro. He's a good brother. Are you Nabi? He's the navigator in disguise. Nabi, Ox, Lalana. Liverpool had some men over the years that were born injured, That man was born injured. I don't know how. G will say, I saw you mention water diet. How do you do this? It's all fluids. Yeah, just water. So I want to do it for an extended period, not an extended, a set period of time, like a detox. So do it for like I do it like a 30-day challenge. It's very difficult. But yeah, just start with like 3 days, then work your way up to 5, then to 7. Yeah, no coffee. No soda, nothing, just water. Just water. Whenever you feel hungry, just go drink some water. Some more water. You feel the need for a sugar rush, eat some grapes, some strawberries, pineapple, feel like that. But yeah, just it's yeah. Count the calories. They count your calories up, Jam Boy. R.I.P. Lukaku. Oh, Lukaku father passed. Wow. Prayers to Romelu. Sad to hear that. Never like to hear that sad news. Especially being my age. My pops is still around. Sometimes he pops up in the chat. But this is the time, where you get of age and then you realize the stuff that matters. And this is I'm gonna take another dig at Arteta with this. There are people with medical conditions waiting on Arsenal to win a league. I don't know how much longer they have. So we don't have the luxury of time people sitting around next year. No. Some people are barely holding on, hoping to see their Premier League, their damn team win the league title. If I eat fried chicken and drink water at the same time. Yeah, it's definitely it's, and what you do is, it's water, and make your heaviest meal of the day, G Will's lunch. On this side of the world, we try to eat big dinners, and make your biggest meal lunch. That way you have the rest of the day to burn off those shit calories that you just took in. Yeah, and then light dinner. It's like AJ said, because of medical condition, I might not see tomorrow. I can't keep wasting years. Yeah, there are so many people. Appreciate that, AJ. Appreciate you being vulnerable enough to share that. Yeah, but there are people who are waiting years and years and years and don't, no guarantees. Like in my line of work, shit, man. I've seen enough death to appreciate life at a whole nother level. Between 04 and 09, it was mad, but we moved 3 points. We're closer. We're closer to the Liverpool. We're closer to the league leaders, but we're still behind. So there is no need for man to be popping up in group chats, man, to be popping up on streams talking.
Man, big up everyone. Where's all the Arteta chat now? I need to.
There's no need for that. There's no need for that. No need for the Arteta chat now. Keep your powder dry. We're not even leading the league yet. Imagine him having that much chest from second. But it's a mad one. But where are we at? Please, people, if you haven't hit likes already, please subscribe to the channel. The channel grow. Big up to E. Ross, man. This is why this guy gets his musical montage every single time, Yeah, AJ, man, absolute legend, absolute workhorse. Love him to death. Breakfast like a king, lunch like Lord, and supper like a papa. Oh man. Or you can, G Wills, you can just not give a damn and just let yourself go. But that's what I do when I need to, get, especially when I needed to get in, get my mind and body right for the fitness test that I usually have to take. But yeah, you'd think we just won the league, Jam Boy. It's a mad one. Absolute mad one. But people, I'm gonna leave it there. I gotta go in. Gotta go do some therapy on the knee. Hopefully I'm back on the pitch running around by January, kicking ball, scoring goals in that. Yeah, man, appreciate all the love that AJ is getting, man. Love for the love, people. Smash the likes like Darren says. Like I always say, people, cheers to love, cheers to honor. You can't come in here, come honor. Wrong intro, wrong outro again. Wrong outro again. I think my wife is in the other room, so I wanted her to hear that. Love for the love, people. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.